So, you've scored an interview with Apple. You're about to enter the den of innovation, the kingdom of sleek gadgets and genius minds. But hold on, before you step into the lion's den, let's talk Apple interview secrets. We're not diving into the technical nitty-gritty. We're decoding the behavioral interview game. Whether you apply to Apple or any tech giant, they all play the same behavioral interview tune. It's not about reciting your resume like a monologue. It's about telling a story. Your experience are puzzle pieces, and Apple wants to see how they fit into their grand innovation picture. In this video, we're unpacking the 3 keys to nail any behavioral interview: answering confidently, delivering with structure, and following the less is more approach. Stay tuned because by the end of this, you'll be walking into that Apple interview like you own the place. Ready to crack the code? Let's roll. Now, let's talk about the ubiquity of behavioral interviews. Almost every company, big or small, includes one in their hiring process. Even in super technical fields like data science or data analysis, you're likely to face one. They might not shout it from the rooftops, but trust me, it's there. Whether they explicitly say, "Hey, this is a behavioral interview," or subtly slide it into casual chat, they're all after the same things. So, why are you here today? Are you seeking a secret tip for interview success? Or is it time for a refresher since your last interview? Maybe you're curious about what giants like Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google look for in interviews. And don't worry, this isn't just about them. It applies to all companies. Are you concerned your technical skills won't translate well to the hiring manager? Totally valid. Behavioral interviews aren't a perfect science. After talking thousands of candidates, I've yet to find a perfect behavioral interviewee. I'm not flawless in my interviews either. But guess what? There's hope. By practicing, getting a coach's help, and understanding the 3 principles we'll dive into today, you'll feel way more confident in that hot seat. Let's break it down. Alright, let's dive into the 3 big keys to success. It might sound basic, but trust me, a lot of people need to catch up on these. First up, we've got to answer the question. Delivering confidently and remembering that less is more. When it comes to answering, it's not as easy as it sounds. People often overthink, treating it like a puzzle or a trick. Instead of going on a 7-minute life story spree, we must tackle it smarter. Let's dive into that a bit more. Next up is how you talk. Keep it cool, calm, and structured. Ever heard of STAR? It's not in the sky. It's a technique. Situation, task, action, result. That's your winning combo. But wait, there's more. PAR is another player. Problem, action, result. Fancy, huh? Now let's dive into what a structured answer really means. There is no jargon, just straightforward wisdom. Now let's talk about less is more. I'd say almost all the folks I help struggle with this. They tend to talk a lot. You might think you need to spill everything about yourself and your experiences. But here's the trick. Keep it short. Why? Well, you want to make them curious. You want them to ask you more questions. Let's dive into that a bit more. What's a behavioral interview and how does it work? Think of hiring like a big matching game. The hiring manager or recruiter has a job opening, and they're searching for specific experiences. Your task? Figure out if your experiences match what they're looking for. It's like putting puzzle pieces together. They want to see if you're the right fit for the job. And hey, it might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many folks miss the memo. When you're eyeing a job, most of what the hiring manager wants is right there in the job description. So here's the tip. Reread it. Yeah, I know it sounds like a broken record, but job descriptions spill more details than you'd think. Let me tell you a quick story. I had this role open recently and got a flood of 600 applicants in just 4 days. Crazy, right? Now, here's the kicker. If you don't check the job description boxes, chances are you won't even get a call back. Why? Because it's a hot market out there. tons of people vying for the same gigs. Trust me, I barely had time to sift through all those resumes. So, the secret sauce? Understand the job description inside out and talk about everything they mention. It's an effort, sure, but it's your golden ticket to stand out in the crowd. So, next time you're eyeing a job, dive deep into that description. It's your roadmap to success. Now, let's dive into some extra stuff not written in that job description. Let's throw them in a bucket and call them things interviewers really care about. It's not just about ticking skills of a list. They want to see if you're a communication champ. Can you chat it up in an interview? Imagine this scenario. Hi, I'm Rich. How's your day? Good. And then silence. Awkward, right? If I'm hunting for a communicator, I need to feel the vibe. Even if nerves kick in or you need more clarification, make the effort. These are the deal breakers not spelled out in the job posting. But trust me, hiring managers and interviewers are on the lookout for these gems. They might also want to see if you can pose some thought-provoking questions. Are you the type who wonders about things? Do you enjoy diving into new topics? While these traits might not be explicitly listed in the job ad, it's crucial to keep them in mind. Be aware of these qualities, ensuring you can confidently say, they're likely seeking someone curious because Apple values a curious mindset. They're super into new ideas and solving problems. Maybe I should spend some extra time getting ready with some cool questions for the interview chat. Alright, you behavioral interview warriors, you've just absorbed the wisdom on decoding the Apple interview game. Now, it's your turn to shine. I want to hear from you in the comments. What's your go-to strategy for acing behavioral interviews? Drop your tips and tricks below, and let's create a powerhouse community of interview champions. And hey, if you found this video valuable, which of course you did, give that like button a little love, smash it, gently tap it, or just caress it with your cursor. Whatever feels right. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. We've got more interview secrets, career hacks, and all-around wisdom coming your way. Now, before you rush off to conquer your next interview, watch our other videos. It's filled with more insider tips to make you the unstoppable force in the job market. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So, go ahead, interview rock stars, comment, like, subscribe, and dive into that playlist. Your journey to interview mastery starts now. Until next time, stay confident, stay prepared, and go rock that interview.